In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on April 3rd, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Toronto Raptors versus Minnesota Timberwolves. On a Wednesday night, the Target Center sets the stage for a showdown between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Toronto Raptors. Positioned at 12th place in the Eastern Conference standings, the Raptors are grappling with a string of losses, having notched an 0-10 record in their last 10 games. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves are firmly in the mix in the Western Conference, understanding the importance of seizing every opportunity that comes their way. In their sole encounter this season back in October, the Raptors clinched a narrow victory by 3 points on their home court. However, considering the transformations undergone by both teams since then, the outcome of this rematch promises intrigue. Fresh off their respective Tuesday night games, both teams face off with contrasting conditions. While the Minnesota Timberwolves boast depth, the Toronto Raptors are grappling with a substantial number of injuries, with nearly 10 players sidelined. Moreover, the Raptors are enduring a winless streak in their past 10 matchups, a struggle likely to carry over into this game. In contrast, the Timberwolves stand as one of the NBA's most formidable and efficient teams on both offense and defense. Their dominance is particularly pronounced at home, where they boast one of the league's best records. Examining the Toronto Raptors' performance against the spread throughout the season, they've posted a modest 32-43 record, indicative of their inconsistency in meeting bookmakers' and fans' expectations. In contrast, the Minnesota Timberwolves have excelled with an impressive 36-13-3 record against the spread in their victories. Moreover, analyzing the dynamics of this specific matchup reveals the Raptors' vulnerabilities in defending against high-scoring pairs, evident in their recent struggles against elite trios like Russell, James, and Davis from the Los Angeles Lakers. With Minnesota's own dynamic duo of Anthony Edwards and Naz Reid poised to exploit these weaknesses, a replication of the offensive prowess demonstrated by the Lakers trio seems plausible. Both the Raptors and the Timberwolves find themselves on the tail end of back-to-back games, introducing an element of unpredictability in determining the outcome. Additionally, the youthful exuberance of the Timberwolves occasionally manifests as a challenge in sealing victories decisively. This sets the stage for a potential upset, as the Raptors, despite their recent woes, could capitalize on any complacency from the Timberwolves. However, with the Timberwolves still vying for the top seed in the West, there's inherent motivation to perform at their best. Toronto's struggles extend to their performance against the spread, having covered just once in their last 10 games. It's unlikely they'll improve upon this record in the current matchup. Given Minnesota's consistent track record in covering the spread in their victories and the Raptors' defensive vulnerabilities, the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Turning attention to the over-under, the Raptors boast an impressive record of 22-14 in road games this season, signaling their propensity to contribute to high-scoring encounters away from home. When evaluating betting options for the over-under, it's imperative to factor in team statistics and matchup dynamics. The Raptors' consistent trend of fueling high-scoring games on the road underscores the likelihood of a similar scenario unfolding in this matchup, with both teams possessing offensive firepower and the potential for a fast-paced game. Betting on a high-scoring affair presents a lucrative opportunity, thus leveraging the established track record of the Raptors and the scoring capabilities of key players like Barrett, Quickly, Edwards, Gobert, and Reid over the projected total is our full-game total pick. Orlando Magic versus New Orleans Pelicans. The New Orleans Pelicans are set to face off against the Orlando Magic this Wednesday evening, marking a clash between teams from the Eastern and Western Conferences. Orlando enters the matchup with a 2-game winning streak, having just concluded an 8-game homestand. Meanwhile, New Orleans enjoys their 4th consecutive home game, aiming to bounce back from a recent loss and secure a victory. Notably, Orlando secured a decisive 25-point win over New Orleans in their previous encounter, igniting igniting anticipation for this rematch on the road. Among the lineup of compelling matchups, Wednesday's game stands out as a must-watch for fans. Wednesday night holds significant stakes for both the Magic and the Pelicans, as each team strives for victory to maintain their playoff position and avoid the play-in games. Anticipate a defensively focused contest characterized by deliberate possessions. Both teams take pride in their defensive prowess, ensuring a closely contested game. New Orleans faces the absence of key player Brandon Ingram, while Orlando relies on Paolo Banchero's presence in the paint and their impressive 47.7% field goal shooting. Notably, Orlando boasts a 6-4 record against the spread in their last 10 road games, while the Pelicans are 2-5 in their recent 7 outings. Despite recent setbacks, the Pelicans garner home advantage but are challenged by the absence of Ingram and Alvarado. In contrast, the Magic continue to defy odds, boasting an impressive 48-27 record against the spread for the season, making them the NBA's top cover team. With a 64% cover rate, Orlando emerges as a strong contender, deserving attention from bettors. Thus, the Orlando Magic to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Defense takes center stage in Wednesday's matchup, with both teams ranking among the top third in various defensive categories. The Pelicans excel as the league's top 3-point defensive team, while the Magic hold the 5th position in the same category. Orlando's strategy of slowing down the game gains emphasis on the road, aiming to limit New Orleans' tempo. Ranking among the league's top 5 in fewest shots allowed, Orlando aims to control the pace, while the Pelicans, despite their formidable defense, are likely to adopt a half-court approach in Ingram's absence. Notably, the under has prevailed in Orlando's recent 5 games and 8 of their last 10, along with hitting in 4 of New Orleans' last 6 outings, showcasing the dominance of defense for both teams. With Orlando ranking as the 6th slowest team in the league, Wednesday's game is poised for a methodical pace, likely resulting in lower scores compared to other matchups. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Phoenix Suns. On Wednesday night, 2 formidable teams poised for a deep playoff run will face off. It's a showdown between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Phoenix Suns at the Footprint Center. The last time these squads clashed in March, the Suns secured a convincing 117-111 victory. Now, the question looms, can the Cavs exact their revenge? With Phoenix's offense firing on all cylinders, they're primed to exploit the Cavs' fatigue, especially if Donovan Mitchell remains sidelined following his absence in Tuesday's game. Cleveland has struggled on back-to-back games, posting a 5-7-1 against the spread record in such scenarios. Just weeks ago, the Suns clinched a 6-point victory on Cleveland's turf. Given Phoenix's stronger home performance and Cleveland's weaker away form, the odds appear stacked against the Cavs, particularly if Mitchell remains absent. Looking back at their previous encounter, the Suns dominated the rebounding battle, showcasing their superior offensive efficiency. While Phoenix's defense may falter in defensive rebounding, their ability to force missed shots poses no significant concern, a weakness the Cavs are unlikely to exploit. On the other hand, Cleveland finds itself on the tail end of consecutive games, possibly without the services of Mitchell due to a lingering knee injury. Meanwhile, the Suns enter the fray rested, bolstered by a recent triumph over the Pelicans on the road. With their sights set on avoiding the play-in tournament, the Suns are determined to capitalize on favorable matchups, much like their recent victory over the Cavaliers, where they boasted a 55% field goal rate. Given the circumstances, the betting line appears reasonable, especially in the absence of Mitchell. Considering the Cavaliers' back-to-back schedule and their journey to Phoenix, the Suns seem poised to secure victory by more than 6 points. Thus, the Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams favor a slower tempo, suggesting a game with fewer possessions on Wednesday. Moreover, neither defense yields many free throw attempts. Unlike their previous encounter, this matchup is likely to adhere to expectations. Cleveland's offensive performance has left much to be desired this season, a deficiency exacerbated by Mitchell's injury. Meanwhile, Phoenix has struggled to breach the 105-point mark in 3 of their last 4 games, encountering the formidable barrier of one of the NBA's toughest defenses. Cleveland aims to dictate the pace and leverage their defense against Phoenix's offense. In terms of totals, Cleveland has hit the under in 38 out of 75 games, while Phoenix has done so in 40 out of 75 games. Moreover, Cleveland's slower pace, ranking 25th in the league, contrasts with Phoenix's slightly faster tempo, ranking 15th, indicating a probable low-scoring affair. Hence, under the projected total emerges as our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.